All right, happy week 6, everybody. Gonna kind of jump into this. How did reading this play differ from watching it performed? Do you prefer one format over another? Did either format make you understand the story differently? I think for me, I preferred the play, and I think reading a play is kind of different because you're not really acting it out, and seeing it performed gave it a lot more emotion for me, if that makes sense. And I understood it a lot better watching it as a play versus reading it, down at who says which line, you're reading a script the whole time. So that's kind of where I found the difference for me. I think I'm more of a visual learner anyway, so watching it be performed was a lot easier, and I understood a lot more, and it made a lot more of the scenes were more exciting or funny, like the one I jotted down, the one with Trinculo, Stefano, and Caliban, where he's walking up there and they have 4 legs, and then in the play you see the 4 legs pop up, and then you have the other one talking and going back. It was funny to watch in the play format versus reading it. When you were reading it, you didn't really get the humor from it compared to watching it. So that was kind of one of my examples. The other one, obviously, too, was the opening scene, which was the ship. When you were kind of reading it, I knew that they're having problems on the ship, but I didn't realize it was to that extent of what was going on when you watched it. And so that kind of stood out for me. Is like, once I was watching, it's like, whoa, it was a bigger type of ordeal than what I portrayed when I read it in the book. So for me, that was one of the things I noticed too. And I think overall, watching it did make me understand the story a little differently. It was easier to follow along, and when you see the words in the writing, which are kind of larger words, I wouldn't say, maybe larger words is the right word I'm looking for, but versus reading them and then seeing them where they're acting and doing the actions at the same time, it made a lot more sense of what the person was trying to get across. When any of them were talking or going on, you just understand more what they're trying to get across or say versus trying to read it, if that makes sense. Anyway, overall, it was a good read though too. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the reading part. I think I'm just more of a visual learner and understood a lot better once you watch the play. And maybe that's why they're intended to be watched, is like a play instead of read. So anyway, that's kind of my take on it. I hope everybody's having a good week 6. I look forward to what everybody else had to say, and see what their thoughts were on watching it versus reading it. So everybody have a good week 6, and we'll see you later. Bye.